Hey there, superstars. Welcome to Soulfully Illumined. In this video, we are going over the new moon in Aries, but I feel like it's just more than the new moon energies in Aries. Not to take away from it, of course, but gosh, it just feels like an overall new start. A new start. There's this like opening there, and we're just walking through this opening. But if you think about it or feel through it, we have this new moon in Aries, we have the spring eclipse, we also have Saturn that's moved into Pisces. It's this new start. And my friends, it feels like things will never be the same. So a fresh new start, a fresh new beginning. It's about being open to it. But let's go into major themes first. Well, let's go into the cards first. My eyes are taking me to this one. So for the collective part, the card that popped out was change, wind. And you know what? It definitely feels like there's this whirlwind of energy around us. And the energy around us is creating the change. And a lot of it has been building in momentum in the previous years. And if you've been able to be still, you can sense that shift, that change, that's awakening within us as well as around us. This new year, this new astrological year, is a time of change, commencing with this new moon in Aries, which is really bringing up that fiery energy, that element of fire, which is such a great way to start, right? Like usually when we start a race or a marathon, we have all of this energy at the beginning. But the key is that for some of us, when we have that energy, we just use it and go. But we're asked to remember that this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. This is not a race. This is a marathon. This is us moving through life and having these experiences. So it's kind of like allow these experiences to pour into your world. And I'm drawn to the sun. There may be moments where it feels like it's not the sun, it's not beautiful, warm manifestations and things like that. But know that what's pouring into your life is going to be building something beautiful. Because the way that I'm seeing is it's like melted metal that is being poured into a mold, and as it cools down, it's this beautiful object, this beautiful structure that you're creating. So it's kind of like allow things to kind of move around you, because you may feel physical changes around you and, for example, the people, certain things, your environment, you yourself may be moving. But the key here, especially with the Lover's card, is to just kind of go with the flow. Have you ever seen a swan move through the water? I swear, they have so much grace. It's like nothing phases them, nothing bothers them. They're in their glory. They know their magnificence. And they just gradually and gracefully move through the water. But let me tell you, if anything, if, there's something of fear, or if there's like a predator that's coming towards them, they have no problems attacking. And they are fierce. But now I'm being drawn to this purity aspect, the whiteness, purification. You see, we've all gone through this massive purge of purifying and clearing out the old, so that way the new can form, but a more balanced approach of the masculine aspect and the feminine aspect, the light and then the dark, the light, the shadow, can really work together and move forward in grace to really truly create the life that has been designed for you. This year is a commencement. It is a starting point for more strength, more power, more movement in the world, especially for those that have been in hibernation mode or have been just in stalemate mode for a number of years or months. You know, I'm hearing go time. But again, everything in moderations. So, one of the major themes for this period, but you know, honestly, I feel like it's for the whole year. So take it as it resonates, leave what does not, as always. But one of the major themes for now with March and like this intensity or this intense emotions and intense energies that are rising within us. The song that came through was, I'm sorry, I'm not the best singer, but I'm just going to sing it. You know that song? It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. You know that song. I know, I just totally butchered it. But that's the song that came through with respects to the energies. And it's not literal. It's more like, yeah, it's getting hot in here. The energies are amping up. We're moving into a fiery element. So the solar energies are high. They are coming right in. Our bodies, our energetic bodies, and so forth. And so with the take off all your clothes part, I feel like it's really symbolic in a sense of release the old, release all those layers that you've been carrying, because it's now time to move into simplicity. Actually, you may actually want to walk around naked. Of course, you know what, take that with a grain of salt, but it's more about releasing the old baggage that's been holding you back, because you'll find that if you're resistant to change and you're resistant to flowing with the current that your life's taking you, and continually holding on to the old that does not serve you, it's going to become more and more uncomfortable. And the first thing that's going to show up, well, it may not be the first thing, but it's something that's going to be really evident to you. You're going to feel it in your body and your physical vessel. So one question to ask if you're resisting the flow is why? Because my friends, let me tell you, what we don't realize as humans is that we are so adaptable. We are so good with adapting to change. We've done it for centuries. And it's just, but then yet we fear it. We fear the unknown, but we adapt to it. We got to do what we got to do. So I feel like adaptation, adapting to change, will be really key for not only this period, not even this month, not even this year, but I feel like the upcoming years, because we are shifting that old, right? The next thing that popped up, another major theme, and another song, and I'm not going to sing it, but it's A Whole New World from Aladdin, right? A Whole New World. A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. And I feel like, yes, I did sing, but what I feel like it's saying is, yes, it's like walk into each moment, walk into each day as if it's a whole new world, because each moment is brand new. And as you do that, your reality will start to shift from the old into the new. And the thing is, I want you to really get this, because we're moving out of that egoic consciousness and moving into a life of magic and miracles, one that stems from the heart. And so the manifestations may not necessarily be those that you want from the ego. It will be those from your soul, from your heart's expression. So be open And just be open and keep those eyes open and watch and see how all of these shifts around you are a result of what is within you. So weird, right? It's almost like it stems. Many will have a greater connection as well to the earth. And this year, this time, we'll find that more and more of our life mission is connected to this earth. And that's not for everybody, that's for some. But regardless, that connection with Gaia, the connection with spirit, will become enhanced. Things are moving really fast, my friends. So be intentional about your thoughts with a clear, focused mind. And with this new moon in Aries, I feel like it's really just amping up a bit of that fire for this month. But because, like sometimes like a diamond, right? It has to undergo some stress, right? In order to become the diamond. But also as a human, sometimes we need stress to move through it, to get through something, to add that extra oomph, to just kind of get through it, to take our strength to the next level. We can do anything. We can truly, truly do anything. But sometimes we have to be put into a little bit of stress in order to kind of move through it. Now, next thing. Yes, okay, so back to the fire element. As I mentioned, the fire element is going to be enhanced for this new moon. So we are starting this astrological year with that oomph, that extra fire. And with that energy comes boldness, this fuel to move forward. And for some of you, that fuel to be seen. But on the contrary, because everything imbalanced, right? You may feel a bit burnt out in moments, or feeling the need for extra sleep, rest, self-care. And that's because obviously the energies are very high. And so we're simulating as well a new way of being. And so the body systems are adjusting. Trust your intuition, because there may be some stops and starts, and there may be times where you got to move quick, and other times where you got to just kind of slow down. We're grounding into different timelines that require some adjusting and change. Really, really exciting stuff, though, let me tell you. Really exciting stuff. So the question is to go back to, taking off those layers. In this new stage of the game, in this new beginning, what do you want to take with you on your journey? What is supporting you and amping you up and helping with your alignment? And what is creating dissonance in your world? You're co-creating this experience with spirit. So what is helping you and what is hindering you? And how do you want to feel as you continue through this journey? Because my friends, it's time to create the world anew. The world is truly, truly at your feet. So go gracefully and enjoy the ride, because there's a lot of energy that's coming through you and expanding out into the world. Okay? So this is the collective part of the reading, a lot longer than I thought it would be, but we got to let go of our thoughts, right? We're going into the pick a card aspect of this reading now. We got 3. Pile 1, which is the tiger's eye. Pile 2, which is the yellow quartz. And then pile 3, which is the cornelian crystal. So go ahead and feel into those piles or look at the timestamp, and I will meet you at your pile. Till then. Hi there, Pile One. Welcome. If you picked the Tiger's Eye Crystal, this reading is for you. Now, I've already started your first card, and like I was talking for about 10 minutes, and then I realized that it wasn't recording. So let's start this again. So for you, Pile One, you got the box. So let's get into it. Now, for you, Pile One, the energies of this new moon in Aries is really coming in to give you perspective, to open up your world in a way that may not be exactly what you want, but it's purposeful, it's important. So it's shifting your perception and showing you, well, it's taking you outside of your box, out of, I'm hearing, your comfort zone, in a way that is really, really going to lighten your heart and expand your horizons. It's like the energies coming in are really, I feel like some of you have been in like a shadow element for a while, and for some of you maybe in a more pessimistic but more of a heavier energy. But a lot of it has been the box that you've been in, and maybe feeling the need of rigidness, wanting things done in a straight line. But you see, it's shifting now. The energies coming in are really coming in and filling you up and softening that mind. So you may feel like a little, like from a mental body perspective, like you may feel a little wobbly in the mind, like uncertain or indecisive or just like foggy in the mind. And that's because what's happening is there's a softening that's happening within your mind, within your thought patterns, and the way that your nerve pathways have been running. There's a reshifting, but it can't just shift from like night till day. It needs to be a settled process, otherwise it's going to really freak out your mental body. So you may feel a little bit of cloudiness, and besides those other symptoms that I mentioned. Now, of course, if you need to see a medical professional, please do. This is just a reading, and follow your own intuition. So your perspective is changing as a result of you moving out of the box. You may have already been feeling that way, that things are just kind of opening up for you, and there's a bit of a perspective shift within you. You may have been doing things in a certain way and realizing that, wait a second, that's actually limiting and hindering me. It's not lighting me up. And that's great, because when we actually see these things and acknowledge them, we can then shift it, or it can then be shifted. So it's like I'm being drawn to Liv. Maybe your name is Liv or Olivia, or Livy, but I also feel like it's a shift in perspective of the way that you've been living. From a physical body standpoint, you may feel as a result of the currently that your body's really tight or restricted. That could be neck, shoulders, back, legs, basically the whole body. And so that is a sign for you. That's basically your body talking to you that, it's being filled up. You're being stretched. And so movement is important. Flexibility is important. So if you find it, especially at the end of the day, a question to ask yourself is, were you flexible today? How were you flexible today? Could you be more flexible today? What created constriction? How can we loosen that up? Just some questions to consider. Because like I said, there's a softening that's happening with you, within you, of all aspects. We did a lot of the emotional release at the end of last year. And so we're doing the mental at this point as well as the physical. We're doing all of it. I feel like it's always connected anyway, right? In the grand scheme of Gaia and the collective. So energetically, though, there's expansion that's happening through your entire vessel, okay? So movement, like I said, is important. Being light and easy and moving through life with grace, okay, is important. Because you're really, I feel like this period for you is going to show you where you've been kind of caught in certain things. So with that tiger's eye, it's like be really focused and present. Just like a tiger, they're very present as they move slowly through situations until they're ready to pounce. Because it's almost like in the fine lines, it's in the little details for you, Pile 1, that are being shown to you, things that need to kind of be moved a little bit and melded to you. Use your team. Talk to your team, Pile 1. And by team, I mean, I don't know, that could be your actual like physical team if you work with a team. They may have insight for you, but I'm also saying your spiritual team for those of you that resonate with that more so. Because right now, energies are high, that connection with spirit is very strong, and I feel like it's going to really help you to see where you've been stuck. Because it's like it's coming at me, it's showing you, and then you're going to move through it. You're going to move through it by kind of walking in the light, meaning that follow the path that feels good, that lights you up, that is bright for your vision, meaning like it's very clear to you. Keep walking through it, because then you're going to walk through that box, okay, and then into this beautiful vision, this beautiful piece of art that you've created, that your soul is wanting you to move towards. Interesting. Okay, so let's go into a little bit more detail. This was so not what I said in the last video that I tried to record. This was completely different, but okay, whatever, we can go with it, right, Pile 1? So, Spirit, what else do you want to tell them about this new moon? Surrender to the journey. Travel lightly. I'm just going to actually put it like this today. Let's go with it. What else? Any other cards? Thank you. Okay, so birds may be symbolic for you, Pile 1. I feel like you may get messages from the birds squawking at you, guiding you, helping you to stay present during this time and help you to stay out of your mind. Because there's another perspective that you're seeing. Like, look at this, view from above, this bottom of the deck, get the big picture. Rise above your current circumstances and look around you, because there's something more. With the navigating by the stars, it's like you're moving into the unknown here. There's so many shifts happening this year, Pile 1. And with you, you may be navigating into a world that you're just like, what the hell? So there may be like some changes in your world and you're like, oh my gosh, I've never walked this path before. Yeah, exactly. So stay present and watching the clouds. He's watching the clouds. The uncertainty will open up. It will clear. But follow your bliss. Follow that light. Follow that joy. Because as you continue to walk, you will have the support that you need. Support is all around you. You will have people that come to meet you that are at the similar vibration as you. So you won't need to fear it. You follow your intuition, and that's why you're being asked to travel lightly, would simplify your life. Get rid of the garbage that you no longer need to carry. If you did not watch the collective part of this reading, I urge you to go back and watch the collective part, because we are shedding the old. And the old for you, some of it is the rigidity of how you've been living life, pile one. Some of those old boxes that you've actually placed yourself in, and I'm hearing placed others in. So it's kind of letting go. There's this letting go of the old control. And pile one, let me tell you, there may be moments where you just want to hold on, because that's kind of where we go when we're in fear. We need to cling on to some sense of control. And they're saying, what they're saying is that you have so many gifts. You are absolutely beautiful and magnificent. That's the only tool that you need is you. You are so resourceful that you don't need to carry so much. You don't need to hold yourself in this box. Surrender to the journey and go with it. Follow what makes your heart like sing, because that's taking you to your castle. This is the big picture for you, my friend. It's easier when we're out of it, right? When we step back and we look at the situation, it's a lot clearer because we're not in it, right? We're not in it. We're not in that fear mode. So in this video, we're stepping out of it right now and we're looking at it and we're saying, okay, my friends, there may be moments for you that are a bit rigid, that are a bit scary, and you kind of like it this way, but the universe is taking you this way. But no, you're still going to get to where you want to go. But there's a better way than what your mind wants for you. What is this? Hold on. Oh, it's a tree. Yeah, I feel like as you continue walking, keep going. There's going to be surprises for you along the way, like delightful surprises for you, pile one, as you continue to walk. Certain things that you're like, oh, I didn't realize that was there before. Like you're going to have like little gifts along your path. And I'm getting like not only this period, you might only get one or two during this next month or so, but as you continue moving, like it'll build momentum, pile one. And you'll find that you'll have a bunch of gifts along your path that's just going to delight you and just build that momentum to take you up to that next level. A higher version, a higher timeline that's waiting for you. Really interesting. Let's continue on. Actually, let me shuffle it this way. For this new moon in Aries, please, Spirit. We have adjacent possibilities. Okay, attachments underneath bottom of the deck. We have adjacent possibilities, and we have victory and the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Yeah, so some things may not have been working out for you, pile one. You may have felt like, well, these things aren't working out for me, and it could be some form of expression with that throat chakra or some things that you really, really wanted to build or do. And they're saying there's something bigger that... Okay, so there's something bigger that awaits you, but there's also that bigger picture. You know, there's a grander plan beyond what you've wanted. And it's not to say what you wanted isn't attainable or you won't get it. It's saying that, like I'd said previously, it's like there's certain things that kind of had to come together alchemically. in order for your manifestations to come forth in a way that works best for you. So it's like, for some of you, that may be what the box is the fact of just wanting certain things or being attached to the way certain outcomes, of certain outcomes, or the way of doing specific things. But maybe that's why that manifestation hasn't happened. It's because of those attachments. Yeah. So it's like this time is about getting out of the box of the attachments, of the pain, of the control, of the fear, and taking that mask off and just walking through life in your authentic self and saying, F it, I'm just going to be me. Which really works great. It's just so supportive. You have that Aries energy of just that fire. That fire of the soul will be burning strongly within you. But it's that time of the quiet, the time of being in nature, the time right before you wake up is when you will feel it the most, but it will increase. It will totally, totally increase. My gosh. Okay. So, for this new moon for you, pile one, what I'm getting here is, like, you may have a bunch of options coming your way, almost like a swirling of energy of like just different opportunities presenting itself at once and so forth. And you may also want to be rigid about it because, you know, sometimes we're a bit bombarded and you might want to just kind of close down. But you're being asked here to remember who you are and that there's support all around you as you move through into the new. And as you look at these different opportunities, you're being asked to not take on the baggage of the past or think that the old is going to resurface in the same way, if it is something old coming back to you. Can you trust that as you move forward and you've done the work, that what's presented back at you is a result of the work that you've done? Interesting. Okay. So we're going to end this reading because this is long. I don't know. I think I'm talking too much, huh? All right. Last card for you, pile one, for this new moon in Aries from the Ascendant Master deck. Thank you. Retreat in nature, green man. Okay, so pile one. I'm really feeling the heart energy vibe with this card. Okay, my heart just kind of sang for a second. I feel like this is a time for you to move forward using your heart. Invoke that inner child because your inner child wants to come out and play. You weren't meant to be in a box, my friend. And so what's going to help you to move out of it, what's going to help you to move into the unknown is that inner child, that playfulness. You may also want to invoke the fairy realm or be out in nature. But there's a playfulness that is being called forth at this point, okay? Some of you may have to invoke it in certain moments of, you know, changes. And some of you already know it's time to have some fun and bring some color into your life. All right? Either way, my friends, you got this. Okay, because you got a view from above and you're beyond this. All right, that is your reading. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic new moon in Aries and an amazing new astrological year. Do give it a like if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey there, pal two, welcome. If you picked the yellow calcite, this reading is for you. Let me just move this out of the way here. Okay. So the card that you got was the kiss. Okay, pal two. So the energies for this new moon for you, Pal 2, is I feel like there's a lot of light that's coming for you, a lot of sunshine that's coming in. It's there's a reunion that's happening for you, Pile 2. And part of it is the reunion within yourself. It's this feeling of just this peace. And is owning the right word? It's kind of like the way that I'm feeling right now is just being at home with oneself. And I feel like that's kind of what this new moon is bringing to you, but also this whole year is bringing to you, because I feel like it's a process. But for you, it's like you've already started to feel it. Yeah, you've already started to feel it. And it's like, but you're going to feel it more and more so, this union that's happening within yourself. Now, the union could be a union between the light and the dark. It could be, with that divine masculine or feminine. If you haven't watched the collective part of this reading, you may want to. But it's like, doesn't matter. Like, it's just this union with yourself, like you and your higher self, energetically just feeling comfortable within your own skin. And it's like, it's long overdue. For some of you, it's just been long overdue. For some of you, you may actually be experiencing that or seeing that in your world. This harmonization, a shift in your visual perspective. Reason why I keep saying that, or why I'm saying that, it's like an eyeball to me. This looks like a big eyeball. And that's what you're seeing through your eyes, is just this harmony, this coming together externally outside of yourself. But it's because you've done so much work within yourself. It's like the static. You may have been having a lot of noise in the past, Pile 2, but that's moving away. And you're really getting a sense of the static could be the noise around you, people, things that have been tying you back. That static is becoming less and less. And you've been becoming more whole within yourself, more present within. That power has been like more, how do I say this? I hope this is making sense. It's like the noise is going out and your field is getting stronger and larger. So you can really, really be present here with what you need, what you want, who you are in this moment. It's a really powerful place to be. Mentally, I'm feeling that peace. Now, I'm also getting a bit of sorrow energy. Some of you may be feeling a loss of some sorts, and that could be something that you've lost in the past that you're just grieving. And of course, with every ending, there's a new beginning. It's connected. And with you, it could be that you're still letting go of the old as you're moving into the new. Regardless, there's a shifting that's happening. Now, physically, you may be going a little bit slowly during this new Aries moon, or during this next cycle, lunar cycle. There's like this lightness of your energy, this grace, and like I'd mentioned in the collective part, the swan, just moving gracefully through the journey. You may be feeling that way, but although there may be moments where it's heightened, energies might be heightened, and you may feel the contraction or the need to speed up. Remember the stillness, pile 2, because it's through the stillness is you'll know which direction to go. You'll know what you need, is what I'm saying. And that's where you'll feel that peace within you, and that noise will just settle down and become even less. It'll make sense for those that it needs to make sense to. Okay, whatever I just said. It's weird. Your messages are coming out really weird, pile 2. Okay, so let's get into, for this new moon in Aries, Spirit, what do they need to know? We have valiant courage. Take action with passion. Yeah, it's about going easy with yourself. Okay. Like grounding, desert passage, watching close. Okay, so here, we're going to start with the valiant courage card. Take action with passion. Do you notice how the horse, he's not like steaming full speed ahead. He's like he's just galloping, right? Just light, easy galloping. And I do feel like for you, pile 2, that's really important because there may be moments during this new moon where you're not quite sure where you're going, or it might be a little bit cloudy as to which direction to take. And they're saying tread lightly, go slow with it, and remember your unconditional love for yourself. Because as you stay in that state, Spirit will be there to guide you and show you the way. It will become very clear as to which way to go. The next step will be. If you're looking like, 5 steps down the road or a year later, how's this going to be? You're not going to see it, pile 2. You're just not. And that's okay. It's because you're not, it's just not there for you to see yet. Meaning, if there's something you want to play out, you don't even know, it's okay. What's the next best step? Where is Spirit guiding you? All right? You may feel like certain things are barren around you, and that's okay, because I feel like there's an energetic reason for that, pile 2. It's like you're getting rid of the noise around you. You're getting rid of the noise around you, and that leaves space for what can come in. And it's like a manifestation of silence, of nothingness can be nothingness. And so with the desert passage card, it's like there may be nothing around you at this moment. Give it some time. Lie back, rest and relax. Enjoy your wandering path right now, because something is being created for you. For some of you, there's a union coming your way. And that could be a partner. That could be your soul tribe. But there is a union coming your way if you're waiting. Great adventure. Your great adventure awaits. But until that adventure unfolds, trust there's a divine plan. It's funny, it's like they're taking me here, they're taking me here, they're taking me over there. Like I'm not even going in order of the cards. It's like here, 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 here. You know what I mean? So you may feel like that's how this period is progressing for you, or it has been. And they're saying that there's a method to the madness. Be the lover of this journey. Just embrace it and love where it's taking you. Enjoy the journey. Sit back, relax, keep going, and just be grounded, because your next steps will be shown to you. You're clearing out the clutter. You're moving into something new. For this new moon, are we taking it? Yes, we are. Okay. New moon in Aries, repel 2, please, Spirit. Are we taking it? No. Okay. Wandering path, enjoy the journey. See what I mean? So it's kind of like, let the cards fall out however which way they may. There may be moments where you need to rest and rejuvenate. But I feel like for this new moon for you, Pal 2, it's like there's this coming together of yourself where, yes, we talked about this union within yourself, but the next piece of it is really grounding it into the physical reality where you are trusting yourself. And the trust that happens with any relationship, whether it's with yourself or another, that takes time. And so you walking into this world each day new, seeing it differently, you don't know what you're walking into, especially when you don't know the outcome. And so it's like, trust there's a divine plan. Take it step by step. You're working that root chakra and that solar plexus and that heart, really allowing your heart to sing and express itself and drive you and guide you to where you need to go. Bottom of the deck was door to personal healing and happiness. A whole new world. A whole new world awaits you. Okay, it's blossoming abundance. Yeah, it's like there's going to be a shift in your perspective. If some of you have been like lacking in abundance, like finances or certain things, luxuries in your life that, you know, you really like, that's going to shift. There's something in your root chakra. There's something in your energetic state that is shifting. Notice the cards. Like we got a lot of the orange, the red, the yellow, even up into the green. It's like those lower chakras are changing. It's like the physical manifestation chakras are changing. You are changing how you move in the world. So embrace the wandering path, because ironically, look at the green in that. And then we have the yellow. So we have the heart chakra, and then we have the solar plexus. We're using that to move into the world. Just being with the heart and moving forward and having the courage to just take it step by step with the root. Take a risk. Venture awaits. Okay, one more. Are we taking? That's going to switch it. Was it this reading that the victory was in reverse? Or was it the last reading? I don't know. But victory upright, caring connection. That is your outcome, my friends. A letting go of the old way of doing things, old contracts, old karmic situations, old ways of being, and moving in with the ending of the 9 and moving into a space of victory where you can truly be yourself in your authenticity and have those connections that really fill you up and make you feel good. Being in your skin, being in this world. You have a lot coming to you, Pal 2. Just take it step by step as you continue to move forward. This energy of the new moon in Aries, but even this whole astrological year for you is really supportive for your movement forward. Remember this. Take it slow, take it easy, give yourself that self-love as you continue to move forward. Your reality is shifting and it needs time. You need time to just move with it. Alrighty? Alrighty, my friends, thank you for watching. This was your reading for this new moon in Aries. Do give it a like if you liked the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey there, Pal 3, welcome. If you picked the cornelian crystal, this reading is for you. For this new moon in Aries and beyond, to be honest, you got the heart. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. Okay, so for you, Pal 3, I feel like the energies for this new moon, it's almost like it's going to get a little hot for you. If you haven't watched the collective part of this reading, you may want to go back to that, where I talked about the song, It's Getting Hot in Here, so take off all your clothes. I'm not going to sing it again. And I feel like for you, that's kind of what's happening. It's like there may be some pressure points that are going to be pushed during this new moon or during this month of March, to be honest, and even like that up to that first week in Aries. And it's like there's an activation that's happening within you, and I'm getting the heart activation. It's kind of like you might be poked in certain areas, and the purpose of that is to activate your heart. Now, I don't know how to interpret that because I feel like it's going to be different different for you guys in different ways. Like it could be that, for example, some of you may get triggered, you know, by certain people in your life, certain relationships with that cornelian crystal. And that may be a bit painful and poke at your heart. The purpose of that is to help release the old. Sometimes we need to create cracks in order for the old, well, the truth, the light to come through it. And so just know that if that is the case for you. But the energies coming in for you, Pile 3, are really supportive for change and really releasing the old patterns that have blocked your heart from really shining through. It's going to show you some old debris and reasons why your heart has been so heavy. If you already know this, okay, you may be reminded at certain times during this lunar cycle of it. And the purpose is for you to just see it, recognize it, honor it, and let it go. Know this, for some of you, if you're seeing it again, and then again, and again, it's because it's intertwined with other areas, other things. And you may be annoyed because it's like, why is this showing up again? You know, why do I have to deal with this again? Right? Your mental body might be thinking that. And I feel like with the colors of this, it's asking you to just be compassionate and soft with yourself. That maybe you've been rigid for a little bit too long. And it's time to first and most foremost be compassionate with yourself as you move into higher grounds and moving towards higher perspectives, higher ways, states of being, and just greater love towards yourself. Because as you move through all of these, like, you know, the ties that have binded you, I feel like what's going to come through as a result of that is greater abundance. And I'm getting, for some of you, harvest. You're shedding an old skin, Pile 3. It's like you have, but you haven't completely shedded it. Like there's some strands that are just kind of dangling and they're just like wanting to be kind of pulled out. So it could be that some of you are just like fine tuning, and others of you, well, there's some things that want to kind of be expressed, recognized, so to speak. Now, also energetically, what I'm getting is a heart expansion, basically another level of heart awakening. So you may feel physically through the body, through the rib cage specifically, tightness. Of course, see a medical professional if you feel you need that. This is not medical advice, but it just feels like tightness through the ribs. Right? So deep breathing exercises may be key for you, Pile 3. I think it can really help to move that energy, that pressure through the chest, and really allow that heart to open up further. Okay? There also may be moments for you, Pile 3, where you catch a glimpse of, oh my God, I never even noticed that. You may catch a glimpse or may fully, not only a glimpse, but it's like you may fully actually be in moments of full heart expansion, meaning like your heart fully open and you feel it. Like in this moment, I'm happy, I'm in bliss, my heart is just singing. it's important that you recognize those moments and really simmer in it, savor in it, okay? Because that's going to quicken the process for you. And damn it, you deserve to feel that, right? As I said that, it was like 555 on my timer. So I think it's gonna just help to expedite the changes for you that your soul has been wanting. But yeah, so what I was just looking at, I love that. I never noticed that before. So if you can see up here, it's like 2 rings. And in the middle of the ring, or the 2 rings connecting, is like this dot with a circle. And I know that means something, so you might want to look that up. But what I'm also getting with this card, or with this symbol, is the energies are really going to bring forth a greater commitment to yourself. There's an energetic coming together. There's a linking that's happening. And for some of you, it's 2 people coming together, meaning you and another, and linking. I'm hearing finally. But then I think for most of you, it's more like aspects of yourself are linking. 2 sides of you are linking. 2 sides of you, 2 energetic aspects are linking. It's like there's a final completion for an aspect of your energetic transformation that you've been undergoing. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to go into the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck. And let's see what wants to come through for this new moon in Aries, Spirit. What guidance do you want to give them? What do you want them to know? What's dealio? We've got surrender to the journey, release control. Pal 2 got this one as well. Not that it matters, but okay. Okay, so we got surrender to the journey, release control. You're moving into the unknown, Pile 3. You're moving into, and the thing is, it's just the unknown to your mind. So I need to really watch my words. It's like you're moving into a place where your mind does not know, it's never been. And so that state of control may start to act up. That blocking of the heart may start to act up. But you're being asked to flow with your emotions, go with it. With the voyage of the heart connecting up here with the heart card, it's like love flows through you and to you. Will you trust that what's coming up for you or coming up to you is for you? All right, so then that means, okay, so for some of you, there may be some emotional things that are coming up as a result of certain situations. Certain situations that may be obstructions, what may appear to be obstructions in your world. Know this, with the the robin here, remember your importance. Remember what you're worthy of, which is abundance, everything. And so with that, it's kind of like, relax, lighten the load. You can overcome anything. With that wisdom, it's like all you need is that wisdom of knowing your strength, how strong your heart is, your manifestation abilities are. And that knowledge is going to just shift it for you. Because when you know this, it shifts your entire being. I feel like the energies for this new moon is really going to show you the power of your heart, Pal 3. There's something about that. It's like you having this greater connection with your heart. And that's why your mind's going to walk into situations where it won't know what to do. And it's purposeful, pile 3, because it's helping you to build greater trust and strength within your heart, that connection with your heart, that relationship, bam, with your heart. And that will come through your emotions. So you may find a cleansing out of old emotions. And part of it is because of it's because of the thought processes that you've had in the past. Okay, all those ties that have been holding you back and binding up your heart. Okay, so you may feel a little bit of a purge in emotions or even mental thoughts during this period, up to like the resurrection energies. So up to around Easter, pile 3, you're being resurrected. Interesting. Okay, so it's that purification energy that's coming in as a result of Easter. Okay, that resurrection energy. So just allow the purge if you feel like there's a purge coming through you. Okay, you may want to be, you may find it more so at night, pile 3, or you may just want to connect with the stars or like the moon. Okay, for some letting go, especially during that full moon that's coming up next. I keep being drawn to the wandering path. Enjoy the journey. Your mind may want things in a certain way, pile 3, but it's like the heart saying, no, let's be playful about it. Let's just go with the flow. Everything is clear, meaning those things that are cunning, those things that are just like you're not quite sure if they're the enemy, a frenemy, or a friend. It will be very evident to you. Very clear and very evident to you. So you can trust yourself. And you can trust what's being presented to you. Pile 3. Enjoy the journey. So I'm going to continue with the energy oracle deck for this new moon and Aries spirit. What else you got for them? Yeah. Wow. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Hold on. One more. I'm excited for you, pile 3. This is so cool. Like, this is so great. Okay, look. We got the 6th chakra in reverse. Of course we do. Archangel Metatron. Your whole framework is shifting. Oh my gosh. So listen, pile 3, take it easy. Just go with the flow right now. Okay, don't be stuck to anything. You'll know what's right for you as you move forward, but you're going through a shift. You're going through a transformation still. And so that's why the surrendering to the journey is coming through, because what's certain right now is the heart. What's certain right now will be clear for you. It's so try to get out of the mind, stay out of the mind during this period and stay within the heart, because that heart space of yours is strengthening, as well as your intuition. As I said, if you can get to the moon during that new moon, really it doesn't matter. Like that new moon up to that full moon period, even into that full moon, I find that it's going to be really powerful. Feel like that's really important for you. It's going to be really heightening and strengthening your heart and just helping you to release the old. With the healing of the ages in reverse, it's a 51, and then we have the wandering path. No. So the path that you're going on right now, even if it feels like you don't know where you're going, there is a method to the madness, okay? And the method, the reason for it, is it's taking you in different routes right now to help you to magnify the power that resides within you. So it's like you don't really have to do much right now. You just kind of go with the flow, because I feel like the energies, your team, there's a bunch of like your crew is around you, and the energies are supporting you. Like my hands are burning right now. It's just going to be kind of like you walk in here and then they clear your energy. You walk over there, you have an experience that shifts your internal grid, that shifts your perspective. Then you walk over there, that opens up your heart more. Like it's like almost like a conveyor belt where you're just kind of moving. So don't let the mind get in the way of what your heart knows, and stay connected to the heart. You may want to do heart exercises or meditations. You can check them online. I like to do breath work where I expand the heart space and release, expand and release. And to me, that's the meditation because I need movement. And that helps me to focus. And so I'm not only focusing on the heart space, I'm actually working on opening it up and releasing. So I'm just kind of working on just, the resilience with the connection. Okay, so one final card for you for pile 3, please, Spirit. One final card for this new moon in Aries. What advice do you have for them, or final guidance? Is it this way? Or is it this way? No, it's this way. Okay, you got Lu, persistence, and he was a sun god. You're being asked, pile 3, you're being asked to go walk by faith, not by sight. Because you're being lit up in ways that are undescribable. And what will be clear, what steps you need to take will be the clearest ones. You'll either just know, or it will be visibly clear in front of you. But there's an expansion, there's an opening that's happening within you that's really going to help you to just move forward in a state of your divine presence. The way that it's being shown to me is that you're like energetically, you're opening up, right? And you're just kind of like walking through in your divine state. But as you expand out, we're just breaking out the old debris so we can really open up that heart as well as that energetic vessel and physical vessel, and just help you to move forward in the way that you wanted to, in grace. Okay, pile 3, that's your reading. You can overcome anything. Vibrant life force. A lot of energy is coming towards you and for you, as you. So just move with it. Move with the energies and release control. You've got this, pile 3. All right, that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.